20-year-old scores against Real Madrid days after being linked with Spurs. Welcome back to Tottenham News Today channel. Before we dive into this update, be sure to press that subscribe button and keep up with all the latest news. The Champions League always throws up a shock result or two, and Borussia Dortmund very nearly secured a huge win over Real Madrid on Tuesday night, including a goal from one player strongly linked with a move to Spurs. At the Bernabeu on Tuesday, Real Madrid found themselves 2-0 down to German outfit Borussia Dortmund at half-time and were seemingly on course for a surprise defeat. Donyell Malen gave Dortmund the lead after half an hour, and just 4 minutes later, the Dutchman turned provider for 20-year-old winger Jamie Gittens to slot home and double his side's advantage on Spanish soil. Gittens showed great awareness and movement in the box to be in the right place at the right time, though beating his man, Lucas Vazquez, and evading the attention of Eder Militao to be first to the ball. That goal was Gittens' third in the Champions League so far this season, and his fifth overall. He also has 3 assists to his name. He is also the youngest ever Englishman to score against Real Madrid in the competition. In recent days, Tottenham have been linked with a move for Bino Gittens. The youngster, who was previously on the books at Manchester City and Reading, has been in Germany since 2020 and is really starting to make a name for himself now. According to a report from Football Insider, Spurs are keeping an eye on Gittens' progress, and he is now thought to be one of Ange Postecoglou's top transfer targets. Former Tottenham scout Mick Brown says he has heard something big about James Maddison after Ange Postecoglou's decision to take off the attacking midfielder against West Ham. Madison gave a decent account of himself in the first half against West Ham, which was why Ange Postecoglou's decision to replace him with Pape Sarr at halftime caused plenty of bewilderment. However, the substitution had the desired effect, with Sarr helping the home side get more control in the middle of the park, allowing the Lily-Whites to win the ball in midfield and break on the hammers time and again. Postecoglou confessed after the game that the decision was tactical as he felt his side needed more running power in the middle of the park. Brown, who has connections at Hotspur Way from his time working as a scout at the club, has revealed that Postecoglou is now set to drop the England international from his starting 11 from time to time. Brown opined that the 27-year-old is often unable to grab games by the scruff of the neck and tends to go missing when things are not going his way. He told Football Insider, "I appreciate what James Maddison can do, but it's almost as if the game has to be run for his benefit, whereas the elite players in his position put their stamp on the game and dictate the way it's played. If it's a 50-50th battle of a game, he can go missing. From what I've heard, the manager could look to drop him from the starting 11 from time to time. He won't be afraid of making big calls, and that is one that he may have to make. Postecoglou will be looking at who they're playing against, and will change his system to suit the game. Madison might be able to take advantage of teams that are weaker in midfield, for example, but in games like the one at the weekend, they can leave him out. We saw against West Ham the difference that dropping him out of the side can make, and I'd expect to see that on a more regular basis now. Madison is undoubtedly one of Tottenham's most technically gifted players, and he is capable of picking locks with ease when he gets on the ball. While Postecoglou will want the Englishman on the pitch as much as possible, he also has to consider the balance of the midfield, which looked much better with both Sarr and Bissouma. With Dejan Kulusevski now being undroppable, Madison would have to be the one to make way if the Australian decides to revert back to last season's system. Tottenham star Richarlison is on track to be handed an opportunity to kickstart his season when AZ Alkmaar head to North London for a Europa League clash on Thursday, as boss Ange Postecoglou is poised to include the Hotspur Way favourite in the starting lineup. GIVEMESPORT sources have revealed the striker came off the bench as Spurs returned to winning ways when they sealed a 4-1 victory over capital rivals West Ham last weekend. But he has been limited to just 34 minutes of action in all competitions this term due to being forced onto the sidelines for a sustained period through injury. Although Dominic Solanke's £65 million arrival from Premier League rivals Bournemouth during the summer transfer window has also resulted in Richarlison having fresh competition in the attacking third of the pitch, he is on course to be involved from the start against Dutch outfit AZ Alkmaar. Richarlison is set to be handed a starting berth in Tottenham's continental encounter with AZ Alkmaar after Postecoglou has been toying with the idea of giving him more minutes on the pitch following his recovery from injury, according to GIVEMESPORT sources, and it could prove to be a significant opportunity to kickstart his season. GIVEMESPORT sources have been informed that Tottenham are keen for Richarlison to maintain his fitness and improve his form to make Postecoglou's side even more potent and put Solanke under additional pressure as he bids to remain one of the first names on the team sheet following his switch from Bournemouth in August. There is ongoing uncertainty over how Richarlison will fit into Postecoglou's current tactical system if he is given the nod to start the clash at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, GIVEMESPORT sources have learned. But there is an awareness that he needs to be handed game time in order to improve his match sharpness. TBR Football reported earlier this month that Tottenham are eyeing a move for Bournemouth's Antoine Seeno. The Bournemouth attacker, who's considered a rising star per Footboom, has enjoyed a sensational start to the season. Seeno has registered 4 goal involvements in 8 appearances and is also attracting interest from Newcastle. However, according to TalkSport, Bournemouth remain relaxed about his future, having only just tied him down on a new contract until 2029. The South Coasters can now demand a significant fee for his signature, with some reports suggesting he's valued at £50 million. Speaking to The Athletic recently, Seeno admitted that he has aspirations to play Champions League football. "I aspire to compete in the Champions League or Europa League," the former Bristol City attacker said. "I understand that such opportunities require dedication and are not achieved overnight. I need to stay consistent and keep scoring goals to advance my career." Evidently, there will come a time when Seeno will have to leave Bournemouth to achieve those dreams. But perhaps Europa League football at the Vitality is within reach. Andoni Iraola appears to be taking the Cherries to new heights. That's all for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay in the loop with all things Tottenham, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications on our latest content. Don't forget to like this video and share it with fellow Spurs supporters. Let's grow our Tottenham News Today community together. Thanks for watching, and as always, come on you Spurs.